The Ohio Bobcats have been battered. They've most certainly been bruised, but through 6 weeks, they are now undefeated. 6-0, the Ohio Bobcats took care of unfinished business yet again today in the confines of Peden Stadium, defeating the University at Buffalo Bulls 38-31 in a too close for comfort game, it seemed. But in the process, the Bobcats pick up the win and are now the first bowl-eligible team in all of the FBS. But earning that distinguished honor would not be easy for the Bobcats. The Buffalo Bulls came out flying on their first drive. Quarterback Alex Zordich led his team down the field. 10 plays, 75 yards, took 3 minutes and 37 seconds, culminated in a 3-yard touchdown run from Devin Campbell. 7-0 lead early for Buffalo. And the first quarter woes would continue for the Bobcats. On Ohio's first drive, this is something we haven't seen all season long. Tyler Tettleton throws an interception. That pass is picked off by Najah Johnson of the Bulls. That's Tettleton's first interception of the season, but that would be the first and last turnover by the Bobcats on the day. Still, the Bulls benefited from that Ohio mistake. They score yet another touchdown, this time through the air. Zordich finds another Devin Hughes from 10 yards out. And just like that, still in the first quarter, it's 14-0 University at Buffalo. So the Bobcats clearly needed a spark, and boy did they ever get one on the ensuing kickoff. True freshman Daz Patterson, what a way to score the first touchdown of your college career. 100 yards to pay dirt. Nobody is stopping the Florida native, and all the momentum from the visitors' side suddenly comes back to Ohio's bench. The Cats were most definitely fired up about that kick return, and plenty of love shown for Daz on the sideline. Now it was the defense's turn to step up. Thad Engel, filling in for the injured Gerald Moore, makes a huge play, forces Alex Newts to fumble. Nate Carpenter scoops it up, and on the very next play, Bo Blankenship scampers into the end zone, 14 yards for 6. And all of a sudden, we have a brand new ball game for Peden Stadium. Mistakes would continue to haunt the Buffalo Bulls. This time, a Grant Venom punt deflects off a Buffalo player and is corralled by the Bobcats. And on the very next play, just like we saw before with Blankenship, this time it's Tettleton through the air to Tyler Fattrell for 15 yards for the score. And Ohio takes a 21-14 lead into the half. On Ohio's first drive of the second half, they would tack more points on the board. The all-time points leader in Bobcat football history, Matt Weller, hits from 45 yards out to put the Cats up by 10, 24-14. Buffalo tied the game on a 30-yard field goal from Patrick Clark. So just like that, we had a brand new ball game for the second time on the afternoon. But Ohio would create some offensive mojo on their next possession, and to start the fourth quarter, the first play of the fourth quarter, how about welcoming back the big fella, Ryan Boykin, punching the ball in from 1 yard out. Great to see Boykin back. He's been out quite some time after tweaking his hamstring, and later in the quarter, he's going to do it again. 51-yard run for Ryan Boykin to pay dirt, and that gives Ohio a comfortable 38-24 lead. The Bulls would score with 8 seconds left to play, but Ohio recovers the onside kick, and Tyler Tettleton takes the knee out of the victory formation. Bo Blankenship failed to reach 100 yards for the first time this season, but he still finishes with good numbers, 25 carries for 86 yards and a touchdown. That's a 3.4 average, and Ryan Boykin, a tremendous job spelling Blankenship, 6 carries for 64 yards and 2 touchdowns, his long, of course, being that 51-yard score. Bakari Bussey stepped up in the receiving department. Dante Foster did not play. Bussey stepped up in a big way, posting a career-high 77 yards on 8 receptions, certainly helping Ohio to keep that balanced offense and ultimately staying perfect at 6-0 halfway through the regular season play. Now keep in mind, Ohio's bye week is 2 weeks away, but one team stands in the way of Ohio and their bye week, and that is the Akron Zips. The Zips will invade Peden Stadium next Saturday, and that coincides with homecoming. So both teams will have a lot to play for. The Zips run a pass-happy offense, and they hand the Bobcats their first loss of the season and spoil that special day. Well, that's all I have for the Bobcat Sports Showcase. Remember to follow us on Twitter at Bobcat Showcase and visit us on the web at woub.org/showcase. Saying so long from Peden Stadium, I'm Pat Chiesa.